Is the emergency closure of the Sherman-Minton Bridge. This morning, we know it will stay closed until further notice. It's one of Louisville's major connecting points to southern Indiana, and its closure really is going to impact a lot of you this morning, really because there's one less option for crossing the river. And I should say one less free option at that.
Exactly. Transportation officials say that there are immediate repairs that need to be made before any traffic is allowed. And Jim is here with us now with more information. Jim, those repair crews, they didn't elaborate on when this bridge could reopen, but we do know they were in phase 4 of 5 for this refurb project.
Exactly, and that's probably adding to the frustration for a lot of people. Phase 4 of 5 of the redoing of the Sherman-Minton Bridge, but also because this is just one of those projects where you come accustomed to closures from time to time. And what we've gotten from officials so far is a very vague answer as to when traffic will be able to come back through. Quote, the coming days. Now, when that actually is, well, your guess is really as good as mine when it comes to that. Officials from the Sherman-Minton Renewal Project said yesterday that they noticed an issue with the approach deck. You can see it right there in the video on the Kentucky side of the river. Specifically, that they said a bearing and pier that support the upper deck needed to be repaired. Now, initially, it was not visible beforehand. Crews shut down the bridge in both directions around 7 a.m. Thursday morning, and it's been shut down since. Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear shared an update on the closure and said that it doesn't appear this bridge closure will be as long as some of the others that we've experienced. But again, no solid date on when traffic will resume.
We are going to work as fast as we can to get it opened, reopened, and we hope fully reopened. So again, we believe it'll be much quicker than others in recent history, much quicker certainly than the Sherman-Minton closure in 2011, and much quicker than the Brent Spence crash that we had.
And just as Haley said, for context, this bridge renewal project is in really the home stretch here, phase 4 of 5 when it comes to repairs. We've seen shutdowns with advance notice really since the project started in 2021. And during each of those closures, we've seen drivers have to navigate around this, typically meaning you see increased traffic on the 2nd Street Bridge and the I-65 bridge. Really just depends on what you value more, your money with a toll or your time. And plenty of headaches for drivers still to come. Haley, Eric?
That really brings it home, your money or your time. 2nd Street Bridge versus a toll bridge. Jim, thank you. We will continue to follow this closure. Download the free WHAS11 app to get traffic alerts and to find out when the Sherman-Minton reopens. You can also see a map with suggested detours while that bridge is closed.
And the other big story of the day we're following today, we are celebrating. Louisville Metro Police Officer Nicholas Wilt is finally going home today after he was shot during the Old National Bank mass shooting. Today, we're going to have 2 different opportunities to see him. This morning, he's going to be released from Fraser Rehab. Back in April, he was shot in the head as he ran up the steps to the bank towards the shooter. In the months since then, he's had several surgeries and inpatient rehab. His therapy is going to continue through outpatient care. Now, after his release, Louisville Metro Police say that there will be a celebration for Wilt and his family today. It's at 12:30 outside Southeast Christian off Blankenbaker Parkway. They ask that you are there and in place by noon. Then from there, he's going to head to Oldham County. The Oldham Era is reporting people are going to hang out along Highway 53 in downtown LaGrange today to show their support. And in a one-on-one interview, we did ask the Metro Police Chief when the public will be able to read a full report on what happened during the mass shooting.
Whatever we do, we want to be sensitive to the ones that truly were impacted by that tragic day. We have families who are still grieving. We have individuals who are still recovering. And so whatever we put out or whatever we release, we want to be mindful of the victims who have been impacted by that unfortunate day.
Now, at the end of June, Mayor Craig Greenberg told us it would still be a few months before a report on the investigation would be released.
More local news now. Louisville Metro Police are looking for the driver of this truck. Police say the person in this green Chevy was a witness to the shooting of a TARC bus driver. That happened back in May. According to police, the driver was working her regular route in the Beachmont neighborhood when she was shot in her leg. Police say she was not the intended target of the shooting. If you can help police find the owner of that Chevy, you're urged to call the anonymous tip line at 574-LMPD.
A Louisville woman will spend 9 years behind bars after sending threatening letters to her neighbors because of their race. In 2020, Suzanne Kraft of Lake Forest sent several threatening notes to an interracial couple who lived near her. Many of the communications contained threats of violence and racial slurs. A judge sentenced Kraft to 9 years in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release.
Kentucky State Police have arrested former Owensboro Superintendent Matthew Constant. Constant was taken into custody Thursday on charges relating to the sexual solicitation of minors. Constant was being investigated for having a relationship with a student and was fired last month as a result. He is now charged with procuring or promoting the use of a minor and tampering with physical evidence. It has been 1 year now since heavy rains led to devastating flooding in eastern Kentucky. A total of 44 people died, including 3 in Letcher County. That's where the small town of Isom is located. The town's only grocery store for miles was left underwater that day. Our affiliate station, WTVQ in Lexington, went back to Isom and spoke with the store's owner about the damage that was left behind and her efforts to rebuild.
At night before, I heard it raining, knew it was raining very, very hard, but I could hear a small creek that is off the hill running, and it was running very loudly. And then I realized that it was actually in the road that we used to get in and out of the holler. So we got in my son's Jeep and we started out of the holler and ran into a tree, of course, just like my neighbor said. But we came back home, got a chainsawed our way out. So we got here and turned on Highway 7 where the store is located. We just ran into a river full of water. When I came inside was destruction, to be honest with you. It had, we had 6.5 feet of water inside of our store, and it had lifted all of the coolers, all the cases, all the shelving and all that stuff up. They literally floated from the floor with product on them, and they were just in array. We'd never been through this before, and we've learned a lot, depended on each other a lot. But this is my community, this is my family, and this is my people. We've learned a lot, depended on each other a lot, but we plan on continuing living here and supporting each other and trying to get better than we were before.
All of the store's 25 employees were able to come back, and the store's actually been able to hire more people also.